Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable with your hosts, Jessica,
Maciel,
and Lauren.
And today we're covering Squid Games, specifically Season 3, the most and the officially last season of Squid Games. So just like a quick little synopsis of what Squid Games is about, it follows a main character named Gi-hoon who gets recruited to come join these games on an island, right? So it follows like an idea of playing these traditional Korean games, but when he gets there, he finds out it's more than that and that people's lives are on the line. So pretty much if you don't pass the game, you die. And then with each player getting killed off, more money accumulates into this pot. And then there's usually like a final winner at the end. Season 1 follows him in the first games. The main character is the winner, but he leaves feeling very, vengeful, I guess. So then in Season 2, he decides that he wants to join the games again. So he goes through all of this trouble to find the recruiter again and try to get himself back into the games. And then at the end of Season 2, we leave him off where he pretty much starts a rebellion with the current players in this game who want to rebel against these people who put these games on. And it pretty much ends with almost all of the members of the rebellion getting killed. And then we're at the start of Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to take you episode by episode of what happens, our thoughts on it, and then we'll have some discussion questions at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to... Do you want to... I know you have notes, Maciel. Do you want to read yours?
Huh? Are we rating this season or no?
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah.
This is out of 10, right?
Yeah, this is out of 10. Lauren, do you want to start?
Sure. I think I give this season like a 7. The first season to me was like 9s. Because I loved that season. The second season, I did not like. So I gave that one like probably a 5. Oh. So I gave the season like a 7.
Okay.
It was better.
I give this season a 6. Season 1 for me, it was different. Something I haven't seen before. So I would give season 1 a 10. And then season 2, I liked that it was... they were back in the games, but I was worried that it was just going to be a repeat of 1. Yeah. So I liked that it was different.
Okay.
So for me, that's like more on a 8. And then this season, the way they closed it out, I don't know. Didn't really... There were just some things that I feel like they could have done better. So 6. It was fine.
I think I'm with Lauren. I'll give it a 7. Yeah. I agree that season 1 was obviously the best season for me. That's like a 9 or 10 up there. I don't know. I think season 2 and 3 are kind of on the same level for me. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, they're both kind of like, I like some parts and I don't like some parts. So, yeah. So, episode 1 is called Keys and Knives. Oh, just a disclaimer. There's a lot of names that are going to be thrown around. So, I gave each character a nickname.
Thank you.
So that way we
Thank you.
I don't know any of the characters' names.
Okay. Yeah. And it's also I think much for me to remember their like player numbers. So I was like, forget it.
Yeah, I know a few player numbers, but that's about it.
Okay. So the first episode is called Keys and Knives. And in this episode, Kang No-ul, which is the North Korean girl, she's the one that's kind of like betraying the soldiers, right? She shoots player 246, so that's the dad with the child with the cancer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To pretend to cooperate with the organ traffickers to get access to the operating room. Mm-hmm. So she's kind of has this whole little scheme in place to kind of get him to be able to escape. Gi-hoon, which is the main character, He's returned to the dorm in like a literal freaking boxed coffin. And he learns that all the rebels except Hyunju, which is the trans woman, and Daeho, which is the little bitch that can bring the magazines back to the rebels, they've all been executed. So the three of them are the survivors, and also including the player 246, but they don't know that because he's with the North Korean girl. Gi-hin, for some reason, remains handcuffed to a bed, but he starts to blame Little Bitch for the failure of the rebellion. In this episode, they vote to continue on with the games, so the majority still want to continue to play. The players are led past the dead bodies of the rebels, are like literally hanging, like by their necks or whatever, through the stairway. And Gi-hin also sees this, and I think it's also in this moment where his anger towards Little Bitch intensifies, right? Now he's like out for revenge almost. The main game that is in this episode is hide and seek. So there are essentially two teams. You have the Seekers, who are given knives, and they are told they have to kill a player from another team in order to pass this game. And then you have the other team are essentially meant to hide for a duration of 30 minutes, or they can attempt to find an exit out.
And they're given keys.
They're given keys, and they all have a different symbol.
Yeah.
There are 3 different symbols total, which is like the Squid Game's main symbol, which is the circle, the triangle, and the square. It is also during this time that Little Bitch confronts Gi-hun, saying that pretty much that Gi-hun shouldn't be blaming him for all the rebels being killed. He should be blaming himself. He's the one that started this. He's the one, he did it on purpose in order to win more money, and etc. Gunja, who is the grandma, the little grandma, and Junhee, who is the pregnant woman, I just call her mom, they end up switching roles with their people. So Myunggi, who is the baby daddy, and Youngshik, which is grandma's son. So they switch places. Gunja or grandma and mom were originally supposed to be seekers. So they were supposed to kill people. They switched because they decided they want to be hiders or whatever.
I feel like I'm rewatching this whole episode with you.
I know, literally.
I'm like, wow, really?
Well, baby daddy was like, I'm not even going to attempt to say the names because I'm saying wrong. He asked the baby mama to switch because he basically promised her that he will keep her safe.
Yeah.
As long as she can stay hidden, he will, he'll kill someone, pass, and then he'll go find her to keep her safe.
Right.
And then the grandmother and her son, she felt like he didn't have the potential to kill anyone, but he also felt that about his mom.
Yeah.
And so he basically pleaded her to switch because he felt like he had a better chance of being able to kill someone in his own eyes.
Yeah. So they switch roles. It's also during this time that Baby Daddy teams up with Namgyu, who is the druggie that followed Thanos around. And then also in this episode, in the operating room, North Korean girl kills the traffickers and forces the doctor to pretty much stabilize the dad. They do like some blood transfusions and stuff like that and get him to a state where he's no longer dying, essentially. And then Junho, which is the police guy, resumes his search for the island with a new drone operator while his partner Woosup investigates the captain because he knows that something fishy is going on with him. And that's pretty much episode 1. Anything else?
Great recap.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
It's funny.
Literally.
So I have my notes. I have it like this, right? My notes next to it. And then I said, check. I was like, it's exactly the exact order.
Great. I didn't have many notes on episode 1.
one thing that I thought was really messed up. I mean, the whole thing is messed up, but is when player 456, so the main guy, when he gets brought back to the room, the holding room, I guess you can call it. They are just completely done with him being this leader of, you know, the rioters.
Yeah.
So when they handcuff him, it forfeits all of his votes.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they have a lesser chance to eliminate themselves from the game or remove themselves from the game. So the game makers want them to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So that part, I was mad about that. Yeah. So I was like, he has a right to vote.
This is
and they're like counting him down. They're like 4, 5, 6, 10, that, you know, whatever.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck do you want me to do?
I'm like, that sucks.
Sad for him. I was like, eh.
I don't know. I didn't understand why he went back in the games to begin with, but that's fine.
He has some sort of, I think, like righteousness to like.
It had to
fulfill.
do with that conversation with the old man.
Yeah.
Because before the old man died, which I mean, it was so long ago, right? Season 1. So I can't really remember, but I think he would have been okay with just taking the money, giving it to his daughter, right? That was the whole point of why he wanted to go into this game before knowing exactly what it was. But then he went and he met with the old man, and there was some type of conversation that happened there where it was just like, whatever he had said, right? Where he's like, he's trying to make a difference, essentially. Like, he wants to stop the game. So he's like, the only way to do that is to get myself back into it, because I don't know where this game is held.
Right.
His plan did not work.
It did not work at all, actually.
I also
Not
think
even
part
worse.
of it's probably like the bonds he made with some of the people.
Yeah,
the
for
first game,
sure.
obviously. And
Yeah.
like seeing what they went through and feeling a need to stop it in a sense.
I really wonder if they would actually allow them to get out of the game, though, if everybody voted to get out. Like, majority votes to get out.
Didn't this happen?
It did in the first season.
They do adhere,
In the first season, they let them go.
They let them go.
But everybody left and they were still in debt. And
So
so,
then they
they
came
came back and were like, do you want to get back in the games? And everyone was like, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember
they
that.
like dropped him off in like
Mhm.
a van or something
Yeah.
like that.
And then they realized,
vaguely remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
do like follow the rules essentially of like
what
set
they can
up.
do. Yeah, what they say.
Because they don't have faith that humans are
Not
like
greedy.
good. Yeah, and not greedy, I think. So they're like, yeah, they're going to keep going. for
Yeah,
sure.
and they did.
And they did. And they came back, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the human chandelier. That, like, just rotting flesh.
yeah.
Like-
It probably smells like ass in there.
And it's been
Everywhere,
overnight.
though,
Yeah.
realistically, because they don't
Realistically, yeah.
clean anything. But I'm like, what room smells the worst?
You know what I think what room smelled the worst? It's probably the
Merry-go-round thing?
Yeah.
Well, they showed at the end, remember, like each room and all the blood stains
Yeah.
in each room. And that room specifically was just everywhere.
Yeah. I was like, that probably smells the worst.
Ugh.
Yikes.
At least with like the ones like where you're falling down into a pit, like it's down there. Like the smell has so much
Hasn't
farther
risen.
to travel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But in that room, ugh. Yeah. Hell no.
I just went to my notes for episode 1 and I forgot I was watching with AJ and I told him, I was like, oh, I need to take notes for the episode so I remember what happened. And the first note that he gave me was, oh, well, you can just say guy was beefing with Pussy Boy in the beginning. That was his only note.
Well, AJ, you are correct. That's
I
exactly what happened.
we can change his nickname to Pussy Boy instead of Little Bitch.
I'd rather not say pussy the entire episode. I'd rather say little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, some words just not the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Anything else to add for episode 1?
It ended with them about to enter hide and seek, right? In episode 1?
Yes, I think so.
Like, they entered and the game hadn't started yet.
Okay.
So the game's going to start.
Yes,
Number
the
two.
game's going to start in this
No, I don't know anything else.
Oh, one more thing. The North Korean girl.
Mm-hmm.
Where did she, all this training that she has, what is her background?
I think she was a North Korean soldier, right?
Yeah, I think she was in the military.
Oh, and then she went south to hide.
Right?
She
escaped.
Gotcha. Okay. So I was like, this girl.
And which I forgot in the third season, because at the beginning of season 2, they like introduced her because she was working. I didn't realize, like they said the amusement park thing towards the end of season 3, but I forgot that was a whole scene in the very first or the second season of her working there.
Yeah, she was the girl in the bunny costume.
Yes, I didn't connect that until literally the end of season 3.
And that's how she knows the little girl with the cancer and her father, essentially. Yes. All right. Okay. Episode 2 is The Starry Night. So this is in reference to what the hide and seek layout looks like, essentially. So North Korean girl kills the doctor after player 246, the dad, recovers. Trans woman, grandma, and mother all team up together. So they decide that they're going to kind of play this hide and seek game as partners. And it all kind of works out because they all have a different type of key. So each one has a different one. So they're like, oh, it's meant to be like, we're all meant to, team up with each other and, get through this together, essentially.
Well, it's also because the baby whoa, what the fuck did I just say? Sorry. What? The baby mama. It just popped in my head right now. What is it? The mamacita. Sorry. I'm getting so distracted.
Mamacita.
She starts having contractions. So this girl gonna have this fucking baby.
Yeah. But she entered the game at 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like she knew. It's
You're
not
right.
a surprise.
But she got to play hide and seek with contractions.
Yeah. So all the power to you. So they all team up together. Baby Daddy and Druggy, they get their first kill, essentially, right? They decide to kill this one person together. So they stab the same person. And then they decide to pretty much go on a killing spree.
Stupid.
In their mind, they're like, or kind of the Druggy kind of gets into Baby Daddy's head a little bit and is like, just think about it. Like the more people we kill right now, like the more money we can have later and all this kind of stuff, right? So you might as well just do it, right? So they kind of go on this killing spree. Minsu, crybaby, kills the fake priestess. Finally, that bitch was pissing me the fuck off. I was like, you didn't die.
Yeah, she was annoying.
She was so annoying.
She's walking through the halls and her ears are tingling. And she's like, it's telling me to go this way. And I'm like, I feel like she's just going in a circle. But,
She is. So, essentially, the fake priestess, too, magically finds the exit. But she realizes that she needs all 3 keys, right? So she starts leaving little marks on the wall, and she runs into Jung Dae, which is the older guy.
Mm-hmm. Number 100.
Yes, I fucking hate his guts as well. Runs into him and finds out he has the other 2 keys. So she's kind of leading him towards the exit. That's when Crybaby shows up, and he, locks the fake priestess in there with her, and he, escapes, the old guy.
Well, before that was, so how he got to her. I don't know how this man survives, but he does, right? No, 100, the old man.
Okay.
So his journey through this whole thing is to try to unlock doors. So we end up truly finding out that everybody has a different shape. Mm-hmm. It was either him that noticed it first, or it was the 3 of them. The trans woman, the grandma, and the baby mama. But he's going through all these doors, and then there's one specific door he can't get through, and then he notices his key won't fit.
Yeah.
So then he ends up going into some room with some other player, and all of a sudden, someone on the opposite team barges in and he locks him out, and the guy's getting stabbed. It was so funny. Lance was like, damn! I was like, he's trying to survive. So then he takes his key, so that's how he ends up with 2.
Yes.
And then he runs into the druggie and baby daddy. And so he covers himself with blood to pretend he's dead. And I was like, you're such a smart man. But druggies over there just stabbing
like, are you really dead?
Yeah. And he luckily did not get to the old man because the baby daddy was like, we gotta go. Like, let's just go.
Yeah.
So I was like, this man has the most luck.
He's like a cockroach.
He is really lucky.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I'm like, of all the places you're gonna smear the blood, like,
on the face,
all over your face.
Yeah,
like,
that was dumb.
What the fuck?
Because like he wasn't stabbed in the face, so his whole face is just covered in blood.
Guys, he's panicked. Like, I probably would have done the same. I would have been like, whatever. I just need to play dead.
Yeah, he's really lucky, but he also gets through, like, he's a good, like, manipulator.
Oh, 1000.
That's how he gets through he's a good talker. That's how he gets through most of it.
Yeah. And then he runs into the priestess lady.
Yeah.
And that's how they find their way to the exit.
Or
tries to get to the exit.
He betrays her.
Yeah.
And crybaby Minsu ends up killing the fake priestess because he's hallucinating Sammy, which is his friend from last season.
The one that he could have helped.
But he didn't.
Yeah. And she died.
And it's important to note here, he was also under the influence now of Thanos' drugs in the cross because he found it. He found the cross. The druggy guy, like, had lost it, and crybaby Minsu picked it up. So he has drugs now. Good for him.
You know, I'd do the same.
Right. I'd be like, whatever. It is
but
what it is.
Smarter would have been to, like, maybe cut them in half.
Yeah. You know, if drug addicts could be smarter.
Girl, they're all panicked, you know?
They're all panicking.
Only have a couple brain cells in there.
Junhee, which is baby mama, ends up injuring her ankle, and she ends up going into labor. They pretty much lock themselves in one of the hiding rooms, and she gives birth with the help of grandma. At this time, Shenju, trans woman, fucking badass bitch, just protecting everybody, killing all these people that are trying to come after them. And she actually stumbles upon the exit. And in her elation of finding the exit, she's about to walk through, but she stops herself and she's like, wait, I have to go get my friends. So she goes back to the room where baby mama, the new baby, and grandma are all sitting there. She's in the doorway. She's like, hey, like, I found the exit. Let's go. And it is at this moment where baby daddy comes and stabs her and kills her. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm putting this show.
That was the only death that I was like, oh, that was kind of sad. Because she's the only character I was rooting for.
Oh, exactly. 1000. Yeah. I was really upset when she passed or when she was killed. During that time where that scene, Lance was like, why are you going back? You're going to fucking die. He's like, no hero makes it out. Yeah. He's like, she's going to die. And then when she gets stabbed, he was like, I bet you anything, it's the baby daddy. And then, you know, she falls, and there he is. I was like, did you watch this before me?
Yeah, so she ends up dying right in front of baby mama and grandma. And it's at this point where baby mama sees that it's her baby daddy that kills her. Gi-hun, main character, at this point is also hunting little bitch, Daeho. He's ignoring all other people. He only has one person on his mind, like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. So that's what he's doing. When he finally finds him, little bitch confesses to have lied about his military past and that he ended up betraying the rebellion out of fear. He wasn't actually like a Marine. His tattoo is fake. He has no experience with guns. Crazy. He's a fucking wannabe. That ended up getting everybody killed. So they fight. Main character ends up strangling little bitch to death. So he's dead now. Youngshik, which is grandma's son. We're nearing the end of the clock. He couldn't kill anybody. But he stumbles upon his mom and baby mama and attempts to, in a last-ditch effort, kill the baby mama in order to save himself. Because he doesn't want to kill his mom. So he's like, I gotta kill baby mama.
And he's had multiple opportunities to kill somebody else, but he just gets scared.
Yeah, he gets scared. He can't do it. And so in his attempt to kill baby mama, his mother, the grandma, steps in and stabs him with her hairpin in order to stop him. And at that point, the clock runs out. So whoever, pretty much any seeker that didn't kill anyone is eliminated. So the guards come in and shoot him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then in this episode, main character Gideon also attempts suicide, but is stopped by the guards. He tries to kill himself as well.
I forgot about that.
I think he tries to stab himself. Yeah. With the knife.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
I missed that. I probably blinked.
Yeah. He tries to stab himself after killing little bitch.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is episode 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The baby daddy does keep his promise of trying to protect the baby mama, even though he killed her friend, because the druggie was like down the hall. He's like, "Oh, did you find anybody else?" He saw that he stabbed someone. And then he's like, "No, I got him," and shuts the door. And then they move on. So I was like, at least you did one good deed. You kept your promise to protect her.
Yeah.
At that
he said he's going to kill one person and then just goes on a manic murder spree.
Oh, yeah. He's terrible. But he kept his promise to her.
Right. He was definitely like on some sort of killing high. I was like, yo, you need to stop.
Well, I feel like his character was very like in the beginning, you think like, oh, he's like not as bad as he is. Like he got caught up in debt because he was like, what, a tech billionaire or something and lost all his money. I think that was his story. So you're like kind of rooting for him, and then he turns out to be a terrible person.
Yeah, which most of the people in this game are. Yeah, actually, except for the select few that we don't want to die.
That do die. Yeah, so they're all money hungry.
Yeah,
they are. End of the day.
With the shaman, when Minsu like finds her, and she's like kind of starts trying to begging for her life because he has a knife, and then she just goes into like a whole rant about how he's a stupid idiot,
right?
And I was like, she's spouting all of these insults, and he's holding a knife still.
I don't know. I was like, are you stupid?
I laughed when she was leading her followers.
Yeah,
and she opens the door, and you just see her go in it,
and she goes,
and then everybody else is like waiting, and then she closes it and runs. And then the door opens and it's like they all get attacked and killed. And I was like,
that's what they get for
fair.
Yeah.
I was like, fair.
That's what you get. But she was pissing me off so bad. I was like, you're annoying. You need to die first,
yeah,
actually.
So do you guys dislike her more than the crazy lady in season 1?
I think I disliked the crazy lady.
The one that was like
more.
fucking the
other guy.
I hated her more.
I hated her.
her. Oh my god.
She was worse.
This one, she was just irritating.
Yeah.
Like the way that she would talk. And everything was like a prophecy.
Yeah.
The first season, I was like, no, I need her to die. I need someone to kill her.
Yeah.
Hey, but she did a good thing. The one in the first one, right? Because she ended up taking the big jock out
with her. Yeah. She was like, if I'm
she
going,
did her good deed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
she did. Yeah.
Yeah, she was so annoying. Oh my gosh.
How do you guys feel about Grandma pretty much stopping her son in order to save baby and baby mama?
That was sad. She was real for that, though.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I guess what she did was right in a sense?
I
know it's hard to say because there's no it's hard to say whether it's right or wrong, but
I feel like it was warranted in a way. So she knew her son couldn't kill anybody, but she was like, okay, I'm going to trust you. Like, you do what you got to do to survive.
Mm-hmm.
But she was, at that moment, it was like, just because you think this is your only choice when you've had multiple opportunities, and the clock is ticking, like, you're clearly not going to kill me because I'm your mom, but I'm not going to let you kill my friend and a newborn baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think in her eyes, she was thinking, like, no matter what, the mom and the baby are a unit together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, whatever. So
well, baby can't survive without her.
Yeah.
Too.
I feel like if I was in that same exact situation, I probably would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah. I think she has like a very strong resolve, like as a person, in order to be able to do that, essentially.
Yeah.
And yeah, I commend her for it, actually.
And the whole like second season and third season, the son was kind of like trying to protect his mom and being like, oh, I'm going to protect you from all the games. Like, I'm going to make sure that you survive. But in the end, she was the one protecting him and everyone else. But I think too, had she not killed him and like let him kill the baby mama, like they both would have been left with like guilt of having this baby without its mother that her son killed. And she probably knew that she couldn't live with letting him do that.
I didn't necessarily feel sorry for him because in season 2, which he does change, but like he essentially betrays his mom. Like, you know, votes to continue on with the games and do all these things when she told him like, let's not continue, you know, let's vote to not continue. And he was money hungry, you know? So I was like, like.
No, I felt bad for her. I did not feel bad for him.
Yeah. I feel bad for her.
And she like helped him throughout the whole game. Like if she wasn't there to help guide him, he would not have survived as long as he did.
Yeah. I 100% think she's way stronger than her son. So, okay. Anything else that I missed or that you just want to add for episode 2?
No.
Okay, episode 3. So episode 3 is titled It's Not Your Fault. So in this episode, the VIPs arrive and they're posing as soldiers and they pretty much get to personally execute anyone that didn't follow through with the game and has to be eliminated. So they're killing the players themselves. The players go back to the dorm, and this is where Grandma pretty much gets on her hands and knees and pleads the others to vote to not continue with the games. But she's ignored. No one's listening to her. I don't know why this is burgers Gihun, but I have a typo. It says burgers.
Oh, bothers?
I think it was supposed to be she begs. So, so Grandma at this point pretty much begs Gihun, main character, to protect baby mama and the baby. This is where he kind of originally, I guess, declines the offer to do so, or doesn't have much to, like, you know.
He's like tapped out at this point.
Yeah, he's tapped out. He doesn't have much to say about it at this point. He doesn't necessarily like agree to do that.
But he's also chained back up.
Yeah,
he has nowhere to go. Like he has to sit there and listen to her.
Yeah. So she's, you know, begging him, and he's kind of sitting there. Night falls, morning comes back, and we find out that Grandma has hung herself overnight from the guilt of causing her son's death. So she ends up killing herself. Do we think Grandma's decision to end her life was an act of weakness or strength? And what does it say about guilt and responsibility in the games?
I don't know if it's necessarily guilt or strength. Or what did you say?
Was it an act of strength or weakness?
Strength or weakness. Yeah. I don't know if it was either. More so that, like, I think that her son was probably her whole life, because she had said during the games that her husband, his father, beat her. And so she didn't have any relation with her husband. Mm-hmm. So I think that her son was like her whole world at that point. And so I'm sure from her perspective at that point, her having killed her son and him also not being alive anymore, she probably didn't feel like even if she were to win, the life that she would go back to was worth living.
Yeah. I feel like it was more so maybe just like I mean, in all realness, the chance of her survival was probably very slim to begin with. So she got to end her life on her own terms, number one. And number two, it was probably also a form of, I guess, like emotional release and like, you know, stress and all that kind of stuff. And also from the guilt of what happened with her son. I think it was kind of like a compilation of all those things. So I can't say like strength or weakness. I just think it's like it was a I don't want to say sensible thing to do, but in her mind, it was probably like her best option.
I think her killing her son was strength there,
Right.
right? Because the whole game is fucked, but she knew that to take somebody that's vulnerable, so a new mother with her newborn child, like he felt that was an easy target for her. It was just like, right or wrong, I'm not gonna allow you to just right. So that took strength for her to kill her own son. But she always talked about sacrificing herself for her son because she was like, I've lived a long life, you know, like it's fine. So yeah, she ended it on her own terms. Would I have maybe done the same thing? Who knows? Like if I felt like what's the point of keep going if I don't stand a chance at the end? Maybe would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I'd rather be able to, if I'm not winning, then I make the choice of how I go out. I don't want somebody to take that choice.
Right. And in a more peaceful way.
Yeah.
Rather than being murdered.
Yeah.
Right. By greedy people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And whatever they do to you, you know, you could have freaking been beaten up on the top of the platform and become a lunchbox.
Yeah.
Like,
I think too, her killing herself kind of forced 456's hand because he didn't agree to protect the baby when she was asking him.
Yeah.
He was just like mute.
Yeah.
And so I think like her doing that jarred him enough to be like, okay, like nobody else is going to protect this baby. I have to.
Yeah, to give it the best chance of survival. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Junho, the police guy, finds the cliff where his brother shot him. So for anybody that forgot, his brother is pretty much the front man. So the guy in the black with the fanciest mask. I think his name is Inho. Yes. But police guy finds the cliff where his brother shot him. So he feels like he's getting closer, essentially, right? And he wants to continue the search in this area. I think this is also, I didn't write it down, but I think this is also the episode where he consults with the captain and is like, where do you think, like, we should be looking? And it's at this point where the captain is kind of leading them astray. Like, we find out, leading them away from that area. Woosak, which is his partner, ends up crashing the captain's house and starts rummaging through his stuff. He finds a stash of money and the Squid Game's guard uniform and a photo of the recruiter at his house. But he is arrested before he can escape. So the police come and take him to jail.
Was it confirmed that the captain is the father of the recruiter, or they just knew each other?
I don't know I don't think it was confirmed that they were like related in any way, but we know that they knew each other somehow. Yeah. They like, there was like a picture of them fishing together or something like that. So after, the grandma's death, Gi-hun, the main character, agrees to help baby mama and her newborn in the next game. So the next main game is jump rope. So essentially it's two big of those metal kids and they're swinging this giant metal rope and the players essentially have to cross this somewhat narrow bridge while jumping over this big metal rope, and in the center there's like a gap, right? So they got to jump over the gap as well and they got to get to the other side. If they don't, they get hit with the metal rope and then they fall to their death. Very far drop. In this episode, crybaby Minsu pretty much throws... No, don't start crying. We're filming.
So you call me a crybaby.
Crybaby Minsu throws the cross necklace with the supposed drugs in it onto the bridge, which prompts the druggie, because he's freaking going through withdrawal. He's like, I can't make it without these drugs. Like, I need it. So, crybaby Minsu pretty much taunts him and says, you want him so bad, go get him. Because no one was starting the game.
Right.
Everyone was scared. They were, they didn't know, they needed someone to go first. So crybaby Minsu throws a necklace, which prompts Druggy to start the game, go on the bridge, and try to grab the necklace. But Druggy gets there, grabs the necklace, opens it up, and finds out that it's empty. And in his shock, he gets hit with the metal rope, and he's the first to die in this new game.
Like, I mean, he's a druggie, so obviously he's not going to pay attention to anything but drugs first. But, like,
The game's still going.
the game's still going, motherfucker. Like, it didn't just stop because you grabbed it. Like, you grab it and go. Go backwards, go forward.
Jump something.
Not try to take the drugs at that time.
So he dies. Crybaby Minsu took the last drug, so he's fucking high as a kite right now. The VIPs are back in their little cushy room watching the games from, their window, and they decide that Baby Mama's baby now counts as a player. So the baby must also pass the game. So main character takes the baby. He successfully crosses the bridge with the baby, sets the baby down and promises to come back for Baby Mama. That he's going to help her cross the bridge. However, it's at this point where all the players are like, well, fuck, we got to start crossing the bridge. So he is essentially waiting on the other side for all the players to cross. But the first player that crosses after him starts throwing people off. So now everyone's scared. So everyone's on a hold up. They're just jumping for who knows how fucking long, but they're jumping. And it is also at this time that masked officer, so the guy in the black uniform who knows North Korean girl or recruited North Korean girl, is threatened by North Korean girl to help her escape. So she's threatening him, like, you need to help me escape. And he finds out that player 246, the dad, is posing as a soldier. And that's kind of the end of episode 3. Thoughts? What do we think about the jump rope? Would you guys pass?
So,
I think I could pass.
It looked a lot narrower than initially. Like, the bridge turned out to be a lot narrower than I thought it was when they first got brought into the game.
Okay.
So that made it a little harder in my mind.
Yeah.
I feel like I would pass jump rope. It seems simple enough. I used to be really good at jump roping, actually.
What if Jack Barlow was coming after you?
I would definitely survive
Because I'd be running.
because I'd be running and jumping, just going.
I think I could pass that one.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially if you went in the beginning, the jump rope was slow enough. But people waited so long, it started speeding up.
Yeah. See, I would have wanted to be one of the first to go or the first to go, because then you also don't have the distraction of people in front of you
That are
like
scared.
trying to time it too. And you can also, like, they weren't running in between the jumps, so they would just kind of like hop and then like step forward. But like they should have ran in between them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also too, like, I don't want to give any motherfuckers a chance to push me off.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the other side and I'm going to stay
and
there.
hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not want to be behind anybody because it gets scared and then you're like exhausting yourself because you're continuously jumping.
Right.
I probably would have pushed somebody. I'd have been like, you're taking too long. Move.
Bye.
Bye. Don't get on the bridge
though.
if you're not going to go all the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real. It's your life.
What are the differences between... So you have the game master who has the fancy mask.
Yeah. Like the steel gray, like...
Yeah, and then you have the other one.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
So he's higher up, so he follows orders from the front man, which is the game master, but he is above the pink guards. So he's like somewhere in the middle. He essentially, I think, kind of is in charge of the guards.
Oh, gotcha.
Is how I'm interpreting it. And he's kind of like in charge of watching them and like their assignments and like kind of making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do.
And the game master is the one that, or the front line man, whatever you call him. He's the one that's in charge of like the host, like,
like
making
overall
entertainment of it,
right?
Whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't really like that they. I don't know. I don't like the VIP scenes. Like they're just.
Do you know that also all their things are dubbed over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ass.
Yeah, well, because I was so I told you this earlier. We watched it dubbed in English, and I hate doing that, but it's hard to read subtitles if the TV's far away from me. Like I have to watch on my phone if I'm gonna listen to it in Korean. But I was like, are they also still speaking English? And so when I went to the Korean version, they were speaking English, but they still were dubbed.
Yes.
So I was like, why didn't they just leave it in English?
Right.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I don't get it. I was like, why does this sound dubbed over? And I was like, it's not matching. So, yeah.
Well, because I feel like the girl was not speaking English, the actress.
Yeah.
And
she's Chinese, I think.
Yeah, and there's one of the guys. Two of the guys, I think, did speak English. And it was the one that was rooting for the
guy with the long hair that kept hitting on Chinese girl.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the one that had the accent.
Okay.
From wherever he's from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those two, I think, did speak English. The other two didn't.
Okay.
The one that had the least amount of lines, I was like, I don't even know where he's from, but that's fine. He has like 2 lines out of all the VIPs. Yeah. I didn't like that section.
Yeah. I don't care for the VIPs. I don't know. To me, it's unnecessary, but whatever.
Yeah, they didn't add anything really.
No, it's just like, it's pretty much to show that they're toying with people for fun.
Yeah.
Essentially, right? For their entertainment. They have all this money. They don't know what to do with it. They're spending it on this. Like, yeah. It's like freaking Hunger Games.
The first season, when they showed the scenes with the VIPs, it obviously, like, you're immersed into this world of like, damn, the rich really don't give a fuck about the poor. Like, they'll do anything now. They're betting and whatever, right? I feel like they utilize these scenes as fillers because so much was happening in this season.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just didn't sit well.
I feel like they could have just kept the VIPs for the main parts and not give them so much like extra like banter and dialogue. So for example, they could have kept them in the part where they executed the players. They could have kept them when they came to a consensus of just keeping the baby in the game. And that's pretty much it. That was their main role. Like, I didn't need all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Of them talking. They're like, oh yeah, this and this is fun. And what I was like,
I didn't care about that at all.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Episode 4 is labeled 222. So, 222 is the player number of Baby Mama. So in this episode, it starts off pretty much Gi-hun, the main character, pressures the player who's pushing everybody off, to step aside and ends up killing him in self-defense. Right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Baby daddy approaches baby mama, saying that he will pretty much help her across. Like, let's go. Time is running out. She rejects his offer, because she don't fucking fuck with him anymore after he killed her friend. And she also revealed her hurt foot to him. Yeah. It's like, my foot's all fucked up. So what are you going to do? You're going to carry me across?
It's called jump with one fucking foot, bitch.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
It's 100% possible.
You did not try hard enough.
She was like, well,
goodbye. So at this point, she pretty much loses all hope. Time is running out. There is not enough time for Gi-hun to cross the bridge to go get her and to come back. So baby mama entrusts her baby to him, and she sacrifices herself by jumping off the platform and kills herself. So she is gone now. The VIPs end up voting for the baby to remain in the game as player 222. So the baby is taking over the mom's spot, essentially.
Some whack rules.
This is crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
To make it more interesting, like how?
Because it literally can't play the games.
So what are we doing? Testing the morals of people further?
So. I mean, the whole purpose was mainly to test the main guy to see, because obviously they could see like, oh, he wants to protect and help.
Right. I think it's kind of like, how far will people go?
Yeah.
For themselves.
Ugh, so annoying.
It is really annoying. I was like, wow, you guys are a bunch of bitches. Player 246, the dad of the cancer baby, and North Korean girl end up escaping, but they are being trapped by the black masked man and some of the guards. Back in the dorm, it is announced that the baby will now continue on as player 222, and pretty much most of the survivors now are trying to harm the baby, as they are mad that there is now less prize money. They think it is unfair that the baby just came into the world. He doesn't deserve all this money that they, work so hard to essentially get.
Work so hard.
Went through all this trauma to get. But the guards end up stopping them, saying at this point there is going to be no more violence among members unless it is in a game. So they cannot try to kill each other outside of a game. Jundae, who is the old guy, that lucky old guy, we'll call him, his group essentially now is planning to eliminate the main character, the baby, and crybaby Minsu in the next game. And all while this is plotting, Baby Daddy is pretending to be in on it. So essentially he is pretending that he's going to follow along with their plan, but he has other plans of his own.
Well, the soldiers announce to them that they have a choice of playing for the next game.
Yes.
Or they'll split the money 9 ways.
Yes.
Right? Because now the baby's a part of it, so there's 9. And they say, before you make your decision, here's what's going to happen in the next game.
Yeah,
so they're like, clue. Yeah, here's a clue. You have to make a decision of eliminating 3 players, and then anybody that's left and survives will leave the game, and you'll split it that way. Yeah. So then they make that decision of like, who are we going to eliminate? And it's those 3.
Yes.
While they're eating dinner,
fat and happy.
At least they were feeding the baby.
Yeah.
I was there sitting there with the bottle. I was like, okay.
Which is a really fancy little baby gadget. I was like, that would be sick.
I was like, yo, this baby would be crying its head off by now. It's probably
hungry. I was like, this is a very well behaved baby because she hasn't cried this entire time.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, let's proceed to the votes. And they're like, well, player 222 cannot vote. So eliminate or forfeit it.
I'm like, I was like, wow. Stupid.
I'd be like, I will hold it and just take its hand.
Literally.
X. Yeah. So, yes, they do continue to go on with the games. Because in their mind, they just get to decide who is going to be gone. Right. Before the final game, the main character is summoned by frontman Game Master, who proposes a secret deal to remove the remaining players in order to survive with the baby. So he's pretty much telling him, like, obviously they're planning to get rid of you. Like, here's this knife. Get to them first before they get to you, essentially. And that's when he reveals himself as, his name is Young Il. So he reveals himself as Young Il, who was the essentially fake planted player in season 2.
Oh, was that that was his fake name, right? Young Il?
No, Young Il is his real name, I think.
Oh.
No, that's his fake name.
Because his real name is Inho.
I think his real name is Inho.
Okay.
Yes. His fake name is Young Il.
Okay.
So, pretty much, Gi-hun, main player, is in shock now. He didn't, up until this point, he didn't know that his friend that he made in the game, that they did all these challenges together or whatever, was the game master.
He just thought he died in the end of
I think so.
second season? Okay.
Yeah, I think he died or he disappeared or something, but he didn't know up until this point.
He should have known that the game master was going to be in the game. Hello, you just did one.
Are you going to go back and trust these random people?
Right. But we find out too that Inho, right? Sorry, I'm like, I don't know the names. He won his series too, like whenever he was in the games, because he did pretty much the same thing. Like he ended up assassinating everybody.
Yeah, he was given the same choice was given to him, was to take out his competition and win.
Yeah.
So he proposes his deal to Gi-hun. Gi-hun ends up taking the knife, And he goes back to the dorm. Woo-suk, the partner of the police officer, ends up getting to inform the police guy that Captain Park is a traitor. The captain ends up killing most of the team. The captain ends up killing most of the team until the police guy ends up shooting him dead.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he's the only one left, and one of his other mercenary people. Mm-hmm. So just 2 of them survived. Also, at the end of this episode, the masked officer, so the guy who is in charge of the guards, pretty much blackmails North Korean girl to return to the island, saying that he knows all about player 246's daughter and is gonna harm her and all this stuff. So she ends up returning back to the island by herself and tells him to just keep going, until you get help. And that's kind of how episode 4 ends.
But she doesn't know that the boat has a tracker on it.
Which I was like, don't think it has a tracker on it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or she doesn't know, or she knows, but she thinks she's going to do something about it before he gets to do anything about it.
I don't know. I think she doesn't know. Okay. Because why would you put him in harm's way when you've been trying to help him this whole time? It doesn't matter if you do something to the guy.
Someone's gonna get him.
She's so smart that if she knew, you're possibly sending him to get killed because that he's one step ahead. The soldier guy. The supervisor. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Well, maybe she also thought that this was his only chance.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
you're gonna die anyway, so you might as well go as far as you can and hopefully some help is nearby. I don't know.
What was something I thought of? Oh, and so when the captain guy dies, because they're trying to find the island, and it flashes back to the captain showing them the map of the seas, and he's like, "It's definitely not here," and just big X's it, and so that's when the police officer is like, "It's probably here."
Yeah, it's probably there. Yeah, I was like, "You don't find this suspicious?" Okay. Anyway. So that was episode 4.
Yeah.
Any thoughts? Anything to add?
Oh, there was also in the scene with the front man and the main character, when he gives him the knife, he threatens main character, what is it, 456? Mm-hmm. He threatens to kill the front man and is like, "Why shouldn't I just kill you right now?" And front man basically tells him that you can kill me, but somebody's going to just come in my place and take my place. So it doesn't even matter if you do.
Mm-hmm. I'm still shocked that old lucky guy has made it this far and somehow he's convincing everybody to keep him alive.
He's a very good salesperson.
He is. He's a con man, essentially.
Yes, he is a con man. Because he had the 10 billion in debt. 10 billion won.
So he's essentially the most greedy because he's like, I just need more. I need more. I'm not going to make it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm shocked that the crybaby is made it that far.
So long. I know.
He should have died a while
He stayed in the background. You know what I mean? No one noticed him besides the druggie at that point.
Yeah.
Because he just latched on to everyone that he felt would kind of help him or protect him until they died, pretty much.
I can't remember too, was he voting to continue or was he voting? I think he was voting to not continue.
I think he was voting to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He did switch at one point though.
Well, because I think when Thanos and the druggie were recruited Minso into their little group, he was voting to stay. But then I think as soon as
From
Thanos...
pressure, right?
Yeah, but then once Thanos died... and he kind of had a choice, then he switched over.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why are you...
Also, I wish Thanos had lasted longer. I liked his character.
I
wish he would have stayed longer.
Fun.
He died so soon.
He did.
I thought he wasn't dead at first. I was like, this fool has so much shit in his system. He's just going to pull that fucking fork out of his neck and tape it up or something. I was like, there's no way that's the ending for him.
Yeah. So I heard that actor, his real name is not Top, but he goes by his name is Top from Big Bang. But I was told that or not I was told, but I heard on the internet that they just really didn't give him any lines, and they're like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Well, because
Oh,
it
he
was
was
his
great.
first acting role or role in anything since being blackballed, because he was blackballed from basically like performing, acting, doing anything, because he
Marijuana charges.
Yeah, he had marijuana charges.
Yeah.
He smoked weed, and so they were like, yeah, you can't work at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was his first opportunity to do anything since that.
Because it's still like
He was a great character.
Well, he was a beloved
Yeah, he
character.
was a beloved character.
He really was.
Very good villain.
He was.
I liked
Yeah,
him.
he was.
Yeah, great villain. He was
I
so
mean,
funny.
I liked him better as a villain than the last guy, because at least his character was like funny.
What was the last guy?
Last guy was like the in season 1, like the guy that was fucking the crazy girl. He was like
the jockey
main villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like the main villain, bully, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
So, at least Thanos is a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah. He was very entertaining.
Episode 5 is titled "The Squid Game Symbols." Circle, triangle, square.
Did you have to go in and like find it?
I copied and pasted. I was like, okay. In this episode, main character Gi-hun is debating on whether he wants to kill the other players with the knife he was given. So you essentially see him walk up to Lucky Old Man's throat. He's holding the knife there, and he kind of gets a flashback. Who was it? Was it his friend that ended up dying? He gets like some sort of flashback saying like, "You're not that kind of person. You're a good person." And stuff
it was the baby mama. He hallucinated her, like had a vision that was like,
no, it wasn't baby mama. It was the girl in the first season.
oh,
The girl that was number 3.
oh,
Yes.
Or she was
I
the
assumed it
third.
was a baby mama.
Yeah, she made it to top 3.
Yes, she made it to top 3. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
That was
She's
a
a really
huge
good
hit
player.
with fans.
Yeah.
Like, people were like, oh my god, she's back for the
hallucination.
I loved her character.
She got a lot of brand deals after that.
Yeah.
Season.
I loved the first season's
Me too.
characters.
Yeah.
Her, even though we're not talking about season 1, the episode of the marble game, when it was her and the other girl, that they were, they became very close, and they were basically like sisters.
Yeah.
Or they saw each other as that. And then, of course, the other girl, I forgot how it happened. I don't know if she allowed herself to, or if she sacrificed herself, or it was just luck of the draw that she ended up dying. But she was so sad about that.
Yeah,
it was like,
she was.
Everybody's like,
The first season was so good because like
so good.
I was so much more attached to their characters as like a whole, and like I obviously didn't want them to die and didn't think anyone was going to really die like that.
Right.
But yeah,
This season, the only character I was attached to was trans woman.
Yeah.
But I think in the first season, they were putting the focus on the games only.
Yeah.
So there was no different like environments. Like you don't have what's
like the
happening
outside with the policemen.
The boatman,
Yeah.
like all of that. You just have what's happening in the game, so you get more character
Development,
stories, development.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure.
I feel like that's why we're attached. Now it's just like a lot
So
going
much.
on because of that. Like it was like, are you just doing the same as season 1, or how are you developing the story?
Right.
Yeah, which I didn't care for that because, again, to me, the way this season ended, it's like nobody's storylines came to a satisfying finish. So to have those extra storylines to me was just like, it was just too much. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah. I feel like they should have developed his story even more, 4, 5, 6. And so then at least we have that. Like, yeah, you're the main guy, but like there's, I don't know, maybe they could have done more flashbacks of his daughter, like, or of him having flashbacks of like the first time he was in the game.
Yeah.
Like when they did red light, green light, that was the only game that was the same. So like have a flashback of that your first time. I don't know. Yeah,
And with his daughter, like he never, not that he didn't mention her specifically, but like when he was in the games, there was really no callback to his daughter at all. Like the only time we saw her was at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you have this daughter that you supposedly wanted to show up for and do this all for, and you just haven't like had a thought about her. Obviously, like he's probably his paternal instincts are kicking in with the baby. But again, like you had a daughter that you're just like, all right, well,
Yeah.
she's doing her thing. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, the daughter essentially hates his guts.
Because he abandoned her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think at this point in his mind, he's like, well, who knows if that relationship... What are you doing?
He said, I'm going to come sit next to you.
Whoa.
Thanks, man.
So you look like you had a lot of room.
I don't really. I'm also hot, but I don't want to show my legs. Okay. So Gihan tries to kill the other players, but he gets that flashback and ultimately cannot do it. And it is in this episode where we find that the front man recalls how he was in the same situation and he did not take the same route as Gihan and he killed all of his opponents. And he didn't kill them mercifully. He literally was like stabbing them 10 to 15 times.
He's like, I'm going to make sure that you don't wake up.
Right.
Like, and I think the front man was like kind of trying to obviously test him, but like was thinking, oh, they're kind of like one and the same in terms of
they think they're similar.
Yeah,
he thinks they're similar.
That 4, 5, 6 would do the same thing given the same situation, and obviously that's not true because he still has some sort of moral compass,
right?
Where front man did not have any moral compass.
Yep. Do we think the front man in Ho is still a victim of the system, or has he become the system itself? I'm kind of wondering if, like, because he won the game, obviously, right? 2015, apparently. Like, he probably had the choice to never come back, right? Like, he didn't have to come back as, like, the front man, right? He could have just lived his life outside with the money that he won, I'm assuming, right?
Probably, yeah.
He probably made his own decision to, like, oh, yeah, I want to be part of it, but I want to be on the other side of it.
I wonder if he was given the choice to do that because he had the knife in his games and he killed, and so then they probably saw more of a ruthless side to him, and so they offered him that. So I'm wondering if 4, 5, 6 had decided to kill those people, if they would have offered him the opportunity to work for the games too.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, if he was not forced into the position, then
I think it would have to be a choice.
Yeah. I feel like it would have to be a choice, and in which case I would say then at that point he's not a victim. He's become the system itself.
What's his storyline? Like, how did that happen to him? How did that happen to him?
He had a wife that died. She was like terminally ill or something. What's his name again?
Inho. But there was why does he have tension with his brother?
During his childhood, his father remarried a woman named Park something. They had a son. Okay, so
they're half brothers.
Okay. At some point in his life, he gave one of his kidneys to his brother, Junho. Between 1992 and 1995, Inho attended a high... Wow, this is very detailed backstory. It says high school, police academy. Okay, after graduating, he began a job as a police detective, eventually becoming a highly decorated officer within the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency. Oh, why he joined the 28th Squid Game. When his wife suffered from acute liver cirrhosis during her pregnancy, the doctor revealed that she had to make a choice, terminate her pregnancy and live, or go through with it and risk death. His wife was adamant to save her child, even at the cost of her life. Since finding the donor and covering the transplant operation was too expensive, Inho was forced to borrow money from a criminal, which was mistaken for taking a bribe as a police officer. Despite his perfect track record and the circumstances of his wife, his superior fired him without a second thought. Desperate, he entered the 28th Squid Game. During a brief flashback in season 3, it is revealed that at some point during the games, presumably the night before the final round, he was offered the knife to eliminate the players. However, it was presumably too late as his wife had passed away before he could use the prize money to pay for her surgery. Maddened with grief, he agreed to join the games and eventually becoming the front man. Okay, so he was grief-ridden and felt like he had nothing else to do, I guess.
I guess that would explain why he was so, I don't want to say moved, but like by Gi-hun sacrificing himself for the baby, because that's essentially what his wife did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does say about a week before the 33rd Squid Game began, he left his apartment and didn't contact his family. This resulted in Jun-ho, the brother, believing he had gone missing. Jun-ho visited his apartment to investigate and discovered an invitation card for the Squid Game, prompting him to reach out to Ji-hun, who had attempted to report the Squid Games to the police officer, and that's how he knew about it. Yeah. Okay, that's his backstory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think he is a product of his... What were the two choices? I keep forgetting the questions.
Is he a victim of the system, or did he become the system itself?
Oh, I think he started off as being a victim of the system, and then he just became a product of it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, after finding out that all of that he had worked for basically was...
Didn't even matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter anymore. And he was fired from his job because he was suspected to be taking bribes. So he really had nothing else to live for when he left.
Like, I'm just going to take this job.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm just going to do the games.
And I feel like probably at the end, his, seeing 4, 5, 6 take a different route
than he did.
Then it definitely, it was like a test for him the entire time to test somebody else that, just won and came back in. Like, why? Let's see if you do anything different, if you're just here for the money again and whatever.
Yeah.
So after that, everyone that's remaining is still alive. So the main character Gi-hun and the rest of the other players advance to the final game. North Korean girl returns to the island, scales up the fucking cliffs or whatever, and confronts the mass officer who's in charge of all of the guards at gunpoint. And she forces him to erase all digital records of player 246, the dad. They get into this bloody fight, but North Korean girl ends up killing him and burning all the physical records, including the ones of herself as a guard. Yes. So I thought, quick side note, mass officer was a fucking idiot. He was like going off of a tangent, blah, blah, blah. She's like slowly crawling like her way to the elevator. And like, are you stupid or what? Like
slowly crawling, but also got there quite fast.
Like was halfway there when he realized, but then all of a sudden she had the gun.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden she was hitting the button. I was like, what?
And then he came to the realization, oh shit, the gun's in the elevator. I was like, it's too late, bruh.
Yeah, you're like, just an
you were too cocky. Like you thought that
he's smoking a cigar.
Yeah, he's drinking. He's like, yeah, you're dead, bitch. And she's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
She's a true soldier.
She's a true soldier. She goes to the end.
Try to survive.
We find out that the final game is called Sky Squid Game. So there's 3 big pillars, and they go to each pillar one by one, and they have to push off at least 3 players total. So at least 1 player per platform has to die in these total of 3 rounds. In this first round or platform, the hallucinating crybaby Minsu is pushed off in the first round. I think in the second round, Myungi, the baby daddy, kills another player and reveals himself to be the baby's father. Gi-hun, main character, ends up killing another player in self-defense, while baby daddy ends up pushing another player off. So they're kind of having this like simultaneous fight where they both kind of push someone off almost at the same time. So now the baby daddy, and main player Gi-hun are the only ones left.
Well, okay, so they had...
And 1 person.
Yeah, so obviously the easy one, right? Like you said, the cry baby guy gets killed on the first platform.
Yes.
And they have, I think, is it 15 minutes? 20 minutes?
15.
They have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they have to press a button.
They have to press the button. They can kill before, but it doesn't count until the timer is going. So they have that first platform. Cool. Second one is they're obviously all trying to separate the baby with 4, 5, 6, like you mentioned. But they end up they tie their jackets together to kind of create a rope so that whoever was leading it could try to get the baby from 4, 5, 6, and then they can all pull him back.
Yeah.
So this is a moment where he uses his knife to cut the jacket.
The jacket rope.
And he ends up killing him. He ends up making him fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, the other strong, dominant one.
Yeah, he has like a strong jaw.
I forgot how he dies.
Oh.
Oh, no. So then they're like, okay, well, we have one person that fell. So they utilize another one of their members. So
Make
it's
him
like
a lunchbox.
to make him a lunchbox. Yeah. So they try to break all his bones so that they can just carry him to the third platform and then push him off.
Yeah.
But he, who ends up killing him? The strong jawed guy.
I think it's 4, 5, 6.
I thought was it not Baby Daddy? Or did he kill someone else?
Well, so when they're making that guy the lunchbox and beating him up, 4, 5, 6, because he's the one with the knife, and he threatens him and said, "We're not going to sacrifice him. We're going to draw." What do they call that?
Straws or draw.
Yeah, they call, but
yeah.
draw straws basically to make it fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when, I think the strongman guy tries to take his knife at that point. Because then that's when they all get into an altercation. Someone tries to take 4, 5, 6's knife away from him in order to be able to do their plan. And so I think in all of that, they fell off. Like the strong jawed guy.
Yeah. So he dies. And then the old man, again, is like, okay, try not to die. He's
We're
like,
good now.
We're gonna move this guy, and he's definitely like on the floor, like, don't touch me, don't this and that. So then I think Baby Daddy kills him with the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the timer is about to go off, and then the lunchbox sacrifices himself because he's just like, I'm gonna make the decision.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna allow you guys to do it. So that's how we're left.
I'd be like, can you actually do it over there after?
Yeah. I'd be like, listen,
please.
you throw yourself off, but let's just get to the other platform.
Well, I think the Baby Daddy was so stupid in killing the old man on that platform too. Because had he kind of went along with it and been like, okay, yeah, we'll all be good and we'll, kill him, waited until the next platform and then just pushed the old man off anyway, it would have been fine.
Yeah, but this is where it kind of goes back to hide and seek. Like, his greed is just overpowering.
Yeah.
So he's not making sense of it.
No, and he's like bloodthirsty at this point.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. So that's how they pretty much all die, except for main character, Baby Daddy, and the baby are left. And then also in this, the ending of this episode is player 246, the dad of the cancer child, ends up running into a police guy and this mercenary, and they save him. So they kill the guards that were after him, and he is safe. Yeah. And that's the end of episode 5. Crazy. I did think this entire time, I was like, Baby Daddy, you're a stupid motherfucker.
Oh, he's literally like an entitled rich child who like had a bunch of money, lost it of his own accord, and is now like just greedy.
Got a girl knocked up, can't take responsibility for fucking shit.
Well, and I felt like maybe he was gonna start like redeeming himself by like pretending to be for the other side and like somehow find a way to like, keep him and the baby like, safe or whatever together, but that's just nope. He's just a selfish asshole.
Yeah, I think he was like in a last ditch effort trying to mask it, like, oh, I care for this baby. It's my baby.
Right.
But he was just using the baby the whole time.
Dick. We should have called him Dick this entire episode, huh? Dick. No. That sounds like a porn thing. I was gonna say Dick Dad. Dick Daddy.
Dick Daddy.
No.
Okay. Okay, episode 6. Episode 6, the last and final episode, is called Humans Are... ... So in this episode, at this point, North Korean girl is in the section where she killed that officer. She's contemplating suicide at this point. She feels like she doesn't have anything left to live for. Police guy is swimming to the island again, like snorkeling through, and finds the underground tunnel back to the island.
Useless.
With only the baby daddy and main character Gihan left, baby daddy plans to have Gihan give him the baby so he can throw it off, and is trying to prevent Gihan from crossing. So he essentially says, he crosses to the other side, he's using a pole, he says, give me the baby. Right.
And they have 5 minutes to cross.
Right.
Or they die on that pillar. Yeah.
Gihan does give him the baby, right? First? Or he sets the baby on the bridge?
He sets the baby on the bridge.
Yes.
And he takes the little
the pole and just like...
or the pole? Yeah.
He's like...
to fish.
I was like, if you drop that baby at this point, then you're fucked.
You guys are all fucked. But main character Gihan still manages to get across the bridge, right? The bridge is retracting and he jumps onto the...
He grabs that knife out of the dead body of somebody.
Yes.
And then
he runs in.
He runs in Fast and Furious jumps that shit.
He is determined to save this baby at all costs. He is determined to keep his promise to baby mama. So he gets across the bridge and he ends up fighting baby daddy, who they end up like tumbling off of the platform, but main character Gihan ends up grabbing onto a pole and baby daddy is like hanging on to the jacket or something. But he slips and he falls to his death. Good riddance. Fuck you. No one's gonna miss you. However, his death doesn't count because they did not press the button prior to
press the button.
Literally, they passed the button like fucking 5 times during this whole fight, and I was like, "You're not hitting the button."
I saw memes too that was like me wanting the baby to just like roll over.
Yeah. But they also placed the baby like on the edge, like motherfuckers. Put her next to the fucking buzzer.
Yeah. So it doesn't. The death of baby daddy doesn't count because the button wasn't pressed, and therefore the game didn't officially start. So main character Gihan presses the button and ends up sacrificing himself, declaring his final words that players are humans, not horses, and essentially leaving the baby as the winner. Player 222 is the winner of this game. This North Korean girl is watching all of this go down. So as she was about to pull the trigger on herself, this inspires her to not commit suicide.
Really quick. Sorry. Yeah. When she was burning down the records too, in her record, it said that both her husband and her baby had died as well. So that's also why I think she wanted to kill herself, because she thought all of her family had died. Dead. Yeah.
I do know that I can't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember the mask guy saying like, "Oh yeah, you like abandoned your baby. You just went and saved yourself and all this stuff." I don't think that's how exactly that happened. I do know she probably carries some sort of guilt, but I think there's more to that story. I just can't remember. Mm-hmm. But yeah, essentially she thinks all of her family is dead. Mm-hmm. So she wants to kill herself. But she is inspired to not kill herself. And this also inspires frontman Game Master to go rescue the baby once he presses the island self-destruct button. So he presses the button, he goes and grabs the baby. The Coast Guard is closing in at this point, so he's pretty much destroying all evidence of the island. Everyone left alive manages to evacuate, and then we're transported to kind of a 6-month later type of scenario.
Yeah, but it showed that's the scene where as the whole place is exploding, we see each game and how it's like left. Which is just blood everywhere.
And that also before it blows up, his brother Junho, is that his name? Yeah. The police officer. Mm-hmm. He sees his brother holding the baby and he's like, "Why?" Yeah. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was all he accomplished getting to the island. It was literally to see his brother disappear.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, "Yo, this was like we went through all of this. It was useless.
Waste of fucking time."
Yeah, waste of time. So 6 months later, we find now that player 246, dad with the cancer baby, is still back working at the amusement park. His daughter is alive and well. He meets North Korean girl, although he doesn't know that's her. He doesn't know that that's the person that saved him, but she's there just kind of checking up on them, making sure everything's okay. She's getting her caricature drawn by him. And at this point, she has plans to go to China after being informed that her daughter's potentially alive and took refuge in China. This alludes back to season 1, but Sebyuk, who is the original girl in season 1 that he hallucinated, her brother is reunited with his mother because that was kind of like
that was her
their
dream.
story. That was
I
her
was
dream.
like, who are these people and why am I getting their story?
Yeah. So wasn't it that the caretaker of the little brother is also connected to 456? Who is that again?
I don't think it's not his mother, is it?
No, it was someone that
his neighbor. Or
that he left money for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
The main character left the money when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
To the caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And then they finally get reunited with his mom.
So that has a happy ending at least.
Yeah.
Woo-suk, the partner of the police guy, is released from prison and he is planning to renovate and open Gi-hun's hotel that he bought. The weird hotel that he bought and had all his money stashed in it. Yeah. The front man, In-ho, leaves the baby and the prize money to his brother, Junho, the police guy. And he then goes to visit Gi-hun's daughter in LA to inform her that your father is dead. Here's his tracksuit and here's his
bloody tracksuit.
Winnings. Yeah, his bloody tracksuit and his winnings. This is when as he's driving down the streets of LA, he notices an American recruiter playing dakji with a man, revealing the existence of the games in America.
Stupid.
So they find out that pretty much the games are not just in Korea, but potentially in other places, and many other places.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is the end of episode 6 and season 3 and the entire show.
Yeah.
The entire original show.
Yeah.
The entire original show.
Right, because I feel like now they're gonna
they've announced the spin-off for US.
They did.
Ugh,
They
fucking
announced
stupid.
already.
It's fucking
it's gonna
stupid.
be so bad.
And it is with that lady, isn't it?
She is.
She's amazing.
She's the
But
recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be bad. So we didn't mention this at all. The who is it? What did you say? Woo-suk?
Usak?
Yeah. When he gets arrested, this man is hilarious. He is so funny. He goes to the police station to try to ask for help. That he's like, there's people being captive on this island, but he can't give them any fucking information.
Yeah.
And he had just gotten arrested from breaking into the captain's home. So he's trying to sell his case as to like, we need you to go to this island, but I don't know where the island is. Like, I don't know who's in it.
You see the money, like,
he
that
was
should be enough proof.
My partner and I were playing rock, paper, scissors, and he died. And they're like, what? So the funniest part is when he snatches a phone and he's like trying to call
around.
and he's like, he was probably
real. That was real as fuck.
Yeah, he is probably my favorite character from season 2 and 3, aside from the trans woman, because and Thanos, he's so funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, somebody that's not a part of the game, on the outside, like.
Well, and he's basically saved the police officer's life because he's like literally making this call as the captain is killing everyone else on the boat. And I thought it was funny when he was talking to the police officer and trying to describe what was happening. And then the people in the police office call the captain and are like telling him all of the things that he is saying to them. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, stop talking.
Yeah, he was a funny character. I've watched a couple other things with that actor, and he always plays the same kind of
okay,
goofy.
Like kind of like a goofy sidekick type of loyal type of guy like that. He plays that character very well. Yeah, he was funny. That was it. He was like, I need to talk to my lawyer, and they're like trying to give him the police one. He's like, no, like his number is in my phone or something.
Also, it took like 14 officers to take this one guy down that's running through the hall.
As
trying to
he's
make a
yelling in the
call.
phone.
Yeah.
He's like, ah! Like yelling. They're all like strangling him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd
he was
be
a fan
real
of
one
mine.
for that. Yeah.
Oh, and then when he buys the hotel, and he had someone with him. Was it his driver?
It was the guy.
His friend from the countryside.
Yeah.
where he
Yeah,
goes,
he's like, oh, okay, so you're going to be the manager of this. He's like, who's our crew? He's like, no one, it's us too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the owner, you're the manager.
Yeah. It's like
My
this
God,
guy.
damn. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the end.
Yeah. I think the US thing is stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, I don't like the idea.
Primarily, I wouldn't mind it. I don't know what route they're going. But the fact that they were playing
A Korean
the same
game.
Korean childhood game in the US makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is that they're playing childhood games that they're all familiar with.
Mhm.
You bring it to the US, they don't know what the fuck Dakji is.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Right,
What
because-
would be American childhood games?
Well, I'm thinking like hopscotch.
Jacks.
Red Rover.
Red Rover. Jump rope is universal.
Yeah.
That's fine. But as far as like a recruiting game, it can't be Dakji.
No.
It
I
has
was
to
like,
be like blackjack or some shit.
I was like, even the little slap hands game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. But I was like, because also a lot of the premise of what Squid Games is, it's like, oh, this is childhood games. That's easy. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
pass that. Like, and I can get all this money, sure. But like, it's games that these people don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck it is.
Because
So, yeah.
otherwise, they're going to have to sit there. The little announcer lady is going to have to sit there and explain what the fuck this game is every time.
Right.
But yeah, I think, and maybe in the US one, they will do American games. I think that they should, because
Yeah.
otherwise, that's stupid. Because like nobody in America knows what Squid Game is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would definitely, there will be
I mean,
some
red light,
similarities.
green light is,
Red light, green light is,
we just call it differently in Korea.
Simon Says.
Simon Says.
yeah.
good one.
Simon Says. Hopscotch, like you said.
Red Rover, like you said.
Red Rover, that's the team. Because they had tug of war the first
Yeah.
season. So that's like a team thing.
Yeah.
Dodgeball would be cool.
Dodgeball would be wild.
Exploding balls.
What else? I
Um,
wonder.
let's see.
What would be like a puzzle one?
Ooh, wall ball.
I was thinking,
Foursquare.
is it Mandala? Is that the one with the marble?
That is, yeah, it's mandala.
I don't know if that's American per se. though.
Checkers.
Mancala.
Mancala.
I was like,
That's what
Mandala.
it's called.
Mancala.
Let's see. Childhood American games.
Yeah.
Simon Says would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, hide and seek, tag, capture the flag,
Freeze tag.
duck, duck, goose.
Duck, duck, goose. Heads up, 7-Up.
Floor is lava. Actual
Oh.
lava. Hello.
Yup. All right, so you hear this now, American producers.
We're giving
make it
you
good.
gold.
We're giving
Even
you
though you're
childhood
probably
games.
filming
Make
as
it
we
work.
speak.
Yeah, I think those will all be really good games. So I hope that if they do that, they do that, not just reuse.
Yeah,
Same
I'm not
fucking
excited that
games.
they're doing it, but I'll still
watch
gonna
it.
watch it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because then I'll be like, you know what? I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Musical
so-
chairs.
Oh yeah, musical chairs. That's a good
London
one.
Bridge.
We'll see. Yeah, I will still watch it. I wanted to ask. So, out of all of the games that you can recall, like being played in this entire series, like which one do you think is like the easiest?
Okay, so let's
The
go
whole
through.
series.
Let's go through the
Give me a
games.
list.
So we have, okay. I think I have them by memory, but I'm sure I'll miss them.
Red light, green light.
So red light, green light. Then they had the cookie. I would not. That one is a no.
The licking.
I'm
and then the-
not. I break everything, so no. That one, no. They also had.
They have tug of war.
They had tug of war.
So here's in order.
Thank you.
So the recruiting game, which is Dakji,
I would not do good
Um,
in that one either.
red light, green light,
Mm-hmm.
honey, sugar combs.
Okay.
Tug of war,
Mm-hmm.
marbles.
Yep.
Hopscotch. I loved that game in the first season.
Hopscotch.
The glass.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I thought that was such a cool
shit.
game that they had.
because some of them break or something.
Yeah,
like
some
that.
of them break. They didn't know which ones.
Yeah, it was
They
just
had
like
like the options to of like who could go for. I don't know. There were rules, but I love that game.
Basically, it was you couldn't overpass somebody else. So if you go first, you're kind of shit out of luck. But what they would do is they would make someone go and then they would follow the same paths. But no matter what, you just couldn't pass somebody else. So you had to go in the right order. So, yeah. Nope, I would not do that one.
Yeah. Squid Game, which is the final game.
What is exactly that? I never really understood how that one worked.
Okay. The childhood game involves two teams, offense and defense. The offense aims to reach the head of the squid diagram within the boundaries. Meanwhile, the defense blocks the offense by pushing them out or halting their progress. Offensive players use one leg until crossing the waist zone, then both legs. The game ends when the offense reaches the head or the defense eliminates all offensive players. So essentially, defense is trying to push them out of whatever the lines are, and offense is trying to reach a certain point in the diagram.
What shape do they get to go on both legs? It starts on what shape? Because it's the square thing, right?
Yeah.
They're going in that order. Is it?
It should be head, triangle, square. So I'm assuming once they pass the square into the triangle.
Yes. Wait. Tricky part is that players can't touch any lines and must hop on one foot in most areas. This is what the diagram looks like.
And they start
here.
Okay.
I think.
So rectangle.
Because it gets harder as it compresses.
Yeah.
So it's, square, triangle, circle.
Okay, so once they pass the center, then they can use both legs.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, that was that game. And then...
And then season 2, which still starts with red light, green light, but...
Yeah, season 2.
I would fucking shit my pants in that game. Not gonna lie.
Oh, this isn't how...
Yeah, red light, green light's quite simple, but because you can't move anything, like, I shake pretty easy. Yeah. That's just natural for me. I shake, so I'd probably die.
And people, like, pushing you.
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah, he literally...
Okay. The bread lottery, I guess, was the game. Do you remember in the beginning of second season when the recruiter was going around with bread or a lottery ticket? They included that as a game. Not really a game, more so
just... went and taunted the homeless people in the park and stomped all over it.
Less of a game, more so just making a point that human beings are greedy.
Yeah.
And...
Because nobody took the bread, right? Besides, like, maybe one.
They wanted the lottery ticket.
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, -1. Russian roulette. Not really a game. Red light, green light. Okay. Red light, green light. The 6-legged pentathlon.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was hard.
I don't like that one because you have to rely on other people too.
No.
And there were so many games. Because in there was Dakji, flying stone, which you just throw the stone and hit another one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gongji, which the player must throw 5 dice in the air in a row and catch them.
Mm-hmm. That's like Korean jacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Spinning top, where you have to throw it and it has to spin.
The game master was getting so frustrated.
I was so terrible.
I was like, you made this jam. And then Genji, which is, badminton with the shuttlecock. They had to like...
It's a hacky sack.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. But with your feet. Okay. Oh, they had to hit it 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
That one was fucking hard.
Yeah.
Then you had Mingle, which was just the one where you grab a certain amount of people and go into the room.
The merry-go-round thing.
Hide and seek, jump rope, Squid Game. Those are all things. So which one do you think you would be the best at? Was the question?
I guess that, or like, what do you think is like the easiest? Not anything outside of the games, like the recruiting ones.
Yeah, just in the games.
Yeah.
So I feel like none of the games in season 1 are easy.
Yeah.
No,
because they're either based off luck or team. And if you have a suck-ass team like Tug of War, if you have a suck-ass team, you're dead.
Fucked.
And red light, green light, because of the whole thing, like, you turn your head, like, slightly, like, you're fucking shot.
Yeah.
So the chances of you making that, like, are that's
slim.
Also luck, I think. So I think the easiest is jump rope. I still think
I do too. I think jump rope is the easiest. I do think, even though it's a little bit intense, the hide and seek, like you just have to run and hide. So there's no like actual like physical kind of like intense skill involved.
Yeah.
I mean, it does involve a lot of like, hopefully you don't run into somebody type of thing.
Would you guys hide or would you seek? I would seek.
Okay, I did have beef with that game because they made it seem like the hiders had an advantage. But then they get in there, they didn't have anywhere to really hide. Like I was picturing when they went in there, they would have like all these different objects that they could hide behind or hide under.
Yeah.
But they were really, it was just hallways and doors.
Yeah.
And the doors don't lock.
And the doors don't lock.
Yeah.
And you can't unlock all the doors.
Right.
So I was like, unless you find the exit, they have no advantage. They're just running.
Yeah. I would be a seeker.
Yeah.
I'd be a seeker. I'd be like, give me a knife. I will kill one person and then I will be done.
I'd be like, I'll close my eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowing somebody to try to kill me. There's no way.
The old guy.
Oh. I probably would have been like 4, 5, 6. Like just zone in on one person.
Yeah. Or I would have probably gone around to all the dead bodies just in case. Said something.
Yeah. But I would not allow. No. I'm definitely a seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Tug of War and the Glass Bridge games in the first season, those games had me like so anxious and like tight. Those were really good games.
It was intense. Yeah.
So, yeah. Jump rope, probably the easiest.
Okay. Yeah. Jump rope, I think. Too.
The merry-go-round one.
Hiccup was the little gap in the bridge too. Because then I was like, you got to jump twice and time it.
Okay, yes. But if you were smart and run in between, you know what I mean? You have a good chance of, you land, you run and jump, and then you'd have to probably jump again immediately. But they were just taking too long.
Yeah. It probably would have taken them like maybe 3 or 4 jumps total if they ran.
Yeah. That's why I was like, why are you guys going right away? Like when it's slow enough, like just go, you know, but whatever. Everyone's stupid. I guess it's intense. I can't say anything. I haven't done it. So
the merry-go-round one,
that was dumb.
That one, I would love to play that with a group of people. Of course, not to die, but that one is just so intense that it's one of those that it's like, I'd be so mad if people are like not doing the math right.
I mean, it's kind of like musical chairs too, where it's like you just have to make sure you're at a certain point when the music ends. But that one was just pure luck to me. And then you just get pushed out of one, and then you're like, well, you die. You just get pushed out.
Yeah. Okay, some discussion questions.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think main character Gi-hoon redeemed himself by the end of season 3, or did he simply escape with his humanity intact? Well, why did he go back in the first place?
That's my question. Why did he go back?
I think I saw the ending coming for sure.
Oh, episode 2, I was like, the baby wins the money, 1,000%.
Yeah. I was like, the baby's not going to die. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he's going to sacrifice himself in some way, shape, or form for this baby. So either way, he's not making it out.
Yeah. I think his last lines too, when he said like, we are humans, we are not horses. Mm-hmm. It was like obviously a callback to the very beginning of the series, because he was in debt because he was betting on horses. And so he was trying to make a point that he sees the betting process and what it becomes in a more inhumane way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess in a way, him coming back, his purpose was fulfilled because it got the front man to blow up the island. And essentially the games in Korea, I guess now, are most likely not going to continue, is what I got from this situation. Or from that. So he...
Watch his daughter be in the games.
Oh, that was my thought. For the second... So for the American version, my thought is that she would go back into the games in order to figure out what happened to her father.
She probably finds out what the tracksuit means and what the symbols on the card.
Well, and they have the symbols. And so my thought is like when they do the US version is that they're going to go to her and give her the opportunity to find out like, oh, do you want to find out what happened to your father?
Yeah.
And
or she'll make some type of appearance. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe she won't go into the game, but they'll try to connect it. Even though it's a spin-off, like they'll connect it somehow.
Yeah, somehow. That'd be... Yeah.
But did the games end in Korea even though he blew up the island, or do they just watch them just location somewhere else? Because if they have, if they have the money and the resources, they can just make it again. Because obviously they have VIPs that are going to continue paying for it.
Yeah, that's true. And like, it makes it seem like because the games are not just in Korea and America, that there's someone bigger at play. Like, it's not necessarily just the frontman game master putting this on. Like, he might be taking orders from someone even higher, almost.
Yeah, he would definitely have to be. Because he said he's basically disposable.
Right.
Like, somebody's going to take his place regardless.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So maybe they'll reach. Anyway, maybe.
So I don't think he. What was the original question? Sorry.
Did he redeem himself?
I don't think he redeemed himself. I don't think there was anything to redeem, but I do think that his humanity was intact the whole time, even in season 1 too.
Yeah, he didn't falter. He didn't kill. He did kill people, obviously,
but in like, self-defense
more so than anything, right? Because even in the last game, he was the one. No, let's do it fairly. To see who gets pushed off. When he was given the opportunity to kill people in his sleep, he chose not to do it, right?
Yeah. And in this route, in the end of season 3, in the end of season 1, it was fair play, right? It was him and his friend or whatever, the other guy. So he wins. Sorry, talking so weird today. He wins fairly. What is he going to do? Throw the baby off?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was just like, this is not a fair game.
Yeah.
Like, if someone, instead of both of us dying, I'm just going to kill myself.
Right.
I've already won once. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And clearly he probably believed that, which is in fact true. Like, this cycle is never going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
What would have happened if he just stood in the platform until the timer runs out?
They both would have died.
They both would have gotten shot, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And then nobody wins. Yeah, I think that his humanity was intact. I think that he had the most humanity. I do think he had something a little bit to redeem in the fact that he still abandoned his daughter, and she now hates him because he had like a bigger vendetta in order to do good, but still left behind his family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do angel numbers 222 mean? I wonder if that has any significance, because that's the baby's numbers.
333.
And 333.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
222 generally signifies balance, harmony, and positive alignment in various aspects of life. It's a message from your angels or the universe encouraging you to trust that things are unfolding as they should and have faith in your journey. It often relates to relationships, reminding you to nurture connections and maintain open connection. And then 333. 333 generally signifies divine support, encouragement, and guidance from spiritual realms. It's a reminder to trust your intuition, embrace your creativity, and maintain a positive outlook as you navigate life's journey.
None of what actual 333 had.
I was like, they kind of sound similar in their sense.
I mean, I guess the baby did bring balance.
Yeah.
I think humanity.
Somewhat, yeah.
It would apply more to 222 than 333 for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they did the title of episode 5 was 222.
Yeah.
So I was always wondering that. 4. I was like, I just didn't look it up at the time.
Yeah.
Baby daddy betrays several players, yet shows remorse. Can his arc be considered redemptive?
No.
And I say, fuck no.
Not at all.
He should have died sooner.
He was terrible.
Next.
Yeah, he can't be redeemed. You try to sacrifice your own baby.
Yeah.
For money.
And you didn't even protect your baby mama when you said you were going to. Oh, and then he got like weirdly jealous, and he was like with 456.
Oh yeah.
He was like, why did you care about her so much? Did you guys have a thing before this?
I was like,
I'd be like, you're literally about to kill your child.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
What are you talking about?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Not the jealous boyfriend coming out.
I was like, right now you want to be jealous?
Yeah. I think he loved her, but like he doesn't have any, now that she's gone, he doesn't have any feelings towards the baby or anything.
I think that he liked the idea of like them having a family and like being outside
together with money.
But when that wasn't apparently going to happen for him, I think that he just only thought about himself.
That it also could be the idea that he doesn't want any memories or a part of her to remain. Like, he doesn't feel attached, right? Like the way that like she would feel attached to the baby.
Well, wasn't it that in the beginning, when we find out her small little story, that she was supposed to go get an abortion and she never got it?
Decided not to.
Yeah, so he didn't
even know she was pregnant until.
Oh, I thought he knew she was pregnant, but thought she was getting an abortion. Regardless, there was never any emotion tied to the pregnancy ever for him.
And because he was the only one that was more of a public figure, because everyone knew about his debt, because the way I pictured him, I don't remember exactly what his storyline was, but I pictured him like one of those like rich YouTuber type people. So everybody knew about him and he was kind of in a public light. So I think he's also thinking about himself in the sense of like saving his reputation too.
I guess that could be true. Yeah. Was his thing that he like invested too much in like Bitcoin or something?
Something like that. Like he invested in like cryptocurrency and he got fucked over by it because in the end too, he was like, oh, you're one of two 4, 5, 6. He was like, you're just another rich asshole, just like the ones that like swindled me out of my money or something like that.
Yeah. Which was not the case at all. Okay. Well, we'll see if we have anything to say about this question. What new ethical questions did season 3 raise about sacrifice and innocence, especially with the baby being used as a pawn? I know it's a loaded question.
I guess it's really just, where do your morals lie as a human being?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're put in a situation where essentially you have to, if you vote to remove yourself from the game, but majority votes that you have to, right? Like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to allow somebody to kill you or not? So that I can understand people going back and forth. Like, they're being forced to play these games and it's kind of just like, I want to go out in my terms, right? Like, I don't want someone to have to kill me. Now, do I have to, if I'm able to do most of the games without having to kill somebody else, then yes, I would do it. Would I have to juggle back and forth? Like, can you kill somebody? Who knows, right? Until you're really put in that situation. But then it's like, you have someone that cannot defend themselves at all.
Right.
Like, where do your morals lie? What is actually, where do you lie in the lines of humanity?
And they had an opportunity to say, no, we're not going to continue when they were eating, and they chose to continue.
Oh yeah, because they're like easy target.
Right.
I'm like, wow, y'all are terrible
what
people. What
really got to me was when most of the players who were on that lucky old guy side, Junde's side, about killing the babies, they're like, listen, like, I've got children too. Like, I understand. Like, you're a piece of shit then. Like, what the fuck? Like, you saying you have children and all this stuff, like, do you want someone to go kill them for, you know, when they're not able to defend themselves for all this money? Like, it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Well, and what I was thinking of too is like in reality, when I feel like a lot of defense in terms of anything having to do with morals of life, people always revert back to kids. And they're like, well, we have to think of children. Like, we have to think of the children when we're making certain decisions. We have to think about the future generations. But then if you were put in a situation of it's you or a baby, it kind of boiled it down to, do you actually care only about yourself, or do you care about the greater good?
Agreed.
They all only care about themselves.
Yeah.
Except for one.
Yeah, because they would have walked away with still like a good amount of money. But like, to them, it just wasn't enough. And it wasn't fair in their eyes that the baby would get this certain share, you know? And I was just like, this is...
When this baby has now lost its entire family system.
Right.
And would probably just go into foster care at that point.
And you think about like...
It's an orphan.
Yeah. It's an orphan.
Yeah. And like you said, going into reality, right? So when people don't want to allow women to have the choice of getting an abortion, okay, well, if they can't support the baby, it goes into foster care, it becomes an orphan in itself. And that's why we have so many kids in need.
Mm-hmm.
in the foster care system. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's like you preach and preach and preach. Like, we have to care about children. You have to think about children. But then once that child is put in a situation where it can't survive, you don't do anything about it. So you don't actually care about the children. You actually just care about control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Period. What was the most impactful game of this season and why? I mean, for me personally, I think it was hide and seek.
Impactful in what sense?
I
For
think
you?
in any sense that you want to put it, but like for me, hide and seek got rid of a lot of core people in like almost like an easy way.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was impactful in its own sense, right? We got rid of the trans woman who was a really strong player or person. Like who knows like how things would have gone if she survived, like if she survived to the next one, right? Is like my idea, right?
Yeah.
Also got rid of grandma's son,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like if
Shaman.
well, who gives a fuck about her? But like if her son was alive still, like how the dynamic between the grandma and the son, like how that would have moved on into the next game as well, right? So like those certain deaths I think were pretty impactful as far as like transitioning the story.
Yeah.
And like things would be totally different if they had made it to the next round.
Am I missing a game? Red light, green light.
Well, that was
What was the
technically
second?
not this
Mingle.
season.
Oh, you're right. That was the second season.
This
Oh, shit,
season
you're right.
was only hide and seek,
Jump rope.
jump rope, and the last one.
2 games.
Was that it? Was there not one before hide and seek?
Don't think so. Wait.
I had the list. I can just look at the list.
No, it's hide and seek. Yeah, for just this
Yeah.
season.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, well, we can mix it into both.
Okay.
Season 2, because they're still in the same game.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, this felt like one long season, honestly. But
Right, because technically it was part 2 of season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just
So
the
in
reality.
season 2, they had red light, green light. They had the
mingle.
Mingle. Gotcha. Okay, so, and then hide and seek.
They
What was
had
another one?
red light, green light, mingle, and then they had something else,
I got rid of it. Damn
I thought it was just
right?
hide
Or
and
was
seek.
it just a rebellion after that?
it. Oh no, the pentathlon shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
Dakti with the gungi and the
The
I
whole
loved that
thing.
game though because everybody was
So
like
special.
cheering them on,
Yeah.
because everybody was like, "Woo,
Yeah,
we can
I
all
liked that
survive!" Yeah, that was fun. I guess you're right. The hide and seek one is the most impactful because had it not gone one way or the other, it would have changed the whole ending.
I also think that was the turning point for the baby daddy character, that you
Yes.
realize that he is a villain.
Yes.
Because I feel like in the second season,
You're right.
you're rooting for him. You want him to like help the baby mama,
Right.
and you want them to make it out alive as a
Right.
family.
Oh, I didn't. I was like, I don't know. This guy, I don't like this guy.
Fair. But obviously for good reason. But I think that at that point you're like, okay, yeah, he's the villain. Like
Yeah.
he's no different than Thanos and the druggie and
Right.
everybody else.
I kind of was hoping Thanos would have survived. I was rooting for him as a villain because it was just fun.
It was fun.
And then when his little minion like tried to take over his personality, I was like,
He was just annoying.
Yeah,
He was just whacked
too
out
much.
of his mind.
Okay, and then last and final question, which we kind of already discussed, but we can give our final thoughts here, is were you satisfied with the series finale, or do you think there's still more story to tell?
I was not satisfied. To me, it felt like there was so much happening to all come to a point of nothing resolved. In the police officer, in the North Korean soldier girl, like her story was still continuing. Like she
Mhm.
still had hope in her story.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing with the police officer and the whole thing with Jenny 456, their storylines and like what they were trying to accomplish just didn't work out to me.
Mm.
I agree. I was not satisfied. I feel like they introduced in season 2 all these extra storylines and then they didn't know where to go with them. So they tried to just jumble it.
They were just kind of incomplete.
And then they gave it 6 episodes.
Yeah.
if you're gonna do the fucking most, like, give us a full season.
Yeah,
because
give me
even
10
season
episodes
2 was what 7 episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
So
How do you feel about In-ho leaving the baby and the money with his brother?
I mean, that's kind of, to me, that was the only option. Or I thought maybe the baby
would have stayed with him.
or go, I mean, I was thinking maybe somehow go with the North Korean soldier girl because she was like a mother. And not that the front man knew
That's what I was
so
thinking,
much about
right.
her, but that would have made a lot of sense.
But technically, she knew about it.
Yeah, she knew about it. So I feel like it could have taken a turn where she then wanted to go find the baby and take care of it.
Yeah. That's where I thought it was going to go.
Because I don't know, is the police officer going to take care of the baby? Does he want the baby? I mean, obviously he's stuck with it now.
Right.
But
I think
maybe
he's trustworthy enough.
He's
for the
trustworthy
brother.
enough to make sure that it has a good life,
Right.
whether it's with him or he will find
Well, and
it
luckily
at
he
home.
has 50 billion won.
Right. And he wouldn't take it for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would obviously raise the child with this money and like make sure it has a good life, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it say how much money 456's daughter got at the end?
I don't think so. We just know that she got the rest of it.
Whatever
But
he had.
I don't know. I forgot how much he had left. Because he was like spending a shit ton on trying to find the recruiter.
Yeah, it was whatever was left, I think. Because it flashed to that scene where I assume it was In-ho went to the motel and took the rest of the money.
Yeah. So he knew where it was.
Yeah, not satisfied really for it to be like a total series ending.
What would be your like for this series? What would be your like ideal ending? Like in your mind, would like the ideal ending be that Gi-hun didn't die? That or like your ideal winner would be so and so, or how would you have liked it to end?
I think it made sense that he died, but I kind of was hoping that it was like a death of like he tried to end, well, even though he had an opportunity, right, to kill the frontline man, and he just told him like, you kill me, it doesn't matter, nothing's gonna change. But like, you sacrifice yourself to make a point, but it doesn't matter, nothing changed.
Yeah.
Nothing changed regardless. So like, I would have been like, cool, well, one less man down.
Yeah.
Like, take you out with me. I don't know.
I agree. I think that I wish that his death would have been more satisfying of him actually doing something. I think that his speech at the end, because when he was giving his speech, it kind of flashed to each of the VIPs and their faces when he was saying it. So I think that was supposed to be like a little bit of him giving his morality to them when they had none. But in the end, I can picture them just being like, all right, well, let's go back to our mansions. The games are over. So
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be him like giving a little piece of his morality to them. But I just don't think that it was not satisfying for sure.
I think my ideal ending would be that the police officer, the timeline of him getting there would have been more impactful. So like, for example, if he got there before Gi-hun sacrificed himself, like if there was a way to put to a stop to something or say it before he got to sacrifice himself, I would have preferred that. Where like somehow the baby and him both make it out, and the fact that he went through the games twice and still made it out, but like just in a different way. I feel like I would have liked that. Like some sort of convenience in the ripple of time, I guess, of the police guy getting there at this moment when he would have sacrificed himself and all of this stuff, but you know, he's survived is what I would have liked. Because I would have liked to see him be able to go and redeem things with his daughter and not the front man have to go do it for him.
Right.
Like he did what he did in the first game and the second game, and now he can go and live his life and make amends for whatever that he needs to do.
Or at least she can have a closing chapter of what ifs if she had any.
Yeah.
Because now she's given a box of money
Her dad's dead.
with a bloody uniform with no ending words.
Yeah.
And just like, the fuck do I do with this?
Yeah, you gotta trust the stranger that tells you your father's dead.
And he doesn't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
He just knows that they're connected.
Yeah.
But I guess if they are setting up the premise of doing the games in America, then being given this cryptic box or whatever, I guess that would be setting up some sort of storyline.
Because then it could, I mean, if in that season it flashes to like, or moves forward with her being an adult, then maybe she'll have more questions and want to do something about it. I kind of wish the police officer had gotten to the island a little earlier and killed the VIPs. That would have been satisfying.
That would have been satisfying, yeah. Pop, pop, pop.
If he could have killed the VIPs, that would have been satisfying.
Because this man was useless. He found the fucking island, then went back, then goes back. You're already late, dude. Like,
also, in my mind,
he was there for visual purposes because he was the hottest one.
If he was the hottest one, would you not, as like a, because he was still, like, he's a police officer, would he not have more resources? Would it not be more helpful to go by like helicopter versus boat to like cover more grounds? Or like something, I feel like his resources were severely lacking in terms of like what he did to find this island.
Didn't he like go to somebody like in the academy?
I think it was his like
his captain or his superior.
Yeah,
or something.
and they didn't
like,
believe
no.
it.
Yeah. So he had to charter this stuff on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he probably, yes, he would have had resources if they had given him
the resources.
Okay, you have this amount of time to like find what you're looking for. But yeah. Any last thoughts?
No.
Mm-mm.
Severely dissatisfied.
Okay. You heard it here. Severely dissatisfied with the ending. Let us know how you guys felt about season 3 of Squid Games or the entire show as a series as a whole. If you have any, recommendations on what you want us to watch or read next, please let us know. Until then, like, comment, subscribe.
And embrace the instability.
Goodbye.